Elon Musk promised Optimus would change the world, but while we're still waiting for Optimus Gen 3, Figure AI just did what nobody expected. Their Figure 03 robot broke a world record, working continuously for 9 days, over 200 hours non-stop. And as proof, everything happened live on YouTube. No CGI, no teleoperation, fully autonomous, powered by the Helix O2 model. The robots sorted over nearly 250,000 packages with 0 failures, and nearly lost to a human in a 10-hour live challenge. Meanwhile, Optimus Gen 3 is still stuck in finishing touches, and Figure has already started working on Figure 04. A lot to unpack here, so let's begin. Figure AI just pulled off something nobody thought was possible. The company turned on a live stream, and it ran for 9 days straight. Figure 03 robots sorted packages for 200 hours without a single failure. The final count hit 249,560 packages. That's 8 days and 8 hours of non-stop work. The same amount of work would take 25 humans pulling full 8-hour shifts, and every second of it was streamed live on YouTube. Brett Adcock said the original plan was simple. Just run an 8-hour challenge. Prove the robots could work one full human shift. But the robots kept going, hour after hour, day after day. The live stream became a slow-burn reality show. Viewers showed up by the thousands. People started naming the robots. Bob, Frank, Gary. The stream pulled more than 10 million views on the original post. The task itself looked simple. Pick up a small package, find the barcode, flip it face down, place it back on the conveyor belt, then repeat, forever. Each robot worked at about 2.83 seconds per package. That's roughly the same speed as a trained human worker. No teleoperation, no remote pilots, no cloud connection. Every single decision was made on board. Here's the part most people missed. This wasn't one robot standing in place for 9 days. Figure used a team of robots working in shifts. Bob would sort packages until the battery dropped. Then Bob would step back and walk away to recharge. Frank would step in and pick up exactly where Bob left off. Then Gary would tag in when Frank's battery ran low. The handoff happened every 3 to 4 hours. The conveyor never stopped. The work never paused. Now this brings us to the moment that broke the internet. 5 days into the stream, Figure ran a 10-hour man versus machine challenge. One Figure 03 robot against one human intern. His name is Aimé Gérard. The rules were identical. Same conveyor, same packages, same task. Sort as many as you can in 10 hours. And Aimé pulled off something historic. He beat the robot. The final score showed Aimé at 12,924 packages. The robot finished at 12,732, a 192 package gap. Aimé worked at 2.79 seconds per package. The robot ran at 2.83. The margin was razor thin, but the human still won. Then Aimé said something that tells you everything. His left forearm was basically broken from the strain. 10 hours of repetitive package flipping, no breaks, no pauses. The kind of damage robots simply don't take. Brett Adcock posted the results with one brutal line. This is the last time a human will ever win. And he might be right. Think about what just happened. A human barely edged out a machine that doesn't tire, doesn't ask for breaks, doesn't get hurt, doesn't need sleep. The robot was already at human speed. The next version will be faster. The gap is closing fast. So how is Figure 03 pulling this off? The answer sits inside the robot's head. It's called Helix O2, and it might be the most important AI system in robotics right now. Helix O2 is Figure's in-house brain. Figure AI built the entire stack themselves. Brett Adcock called it a major breakthrough, and the livestream is the proof. Helix O2 runs on a 3-layer system. The top layer handles thinking, looking at a package, reading the label, deciding what to do next. The middle layer turns those decisions into movements, eyes to hands, vision to grip. The bottom layer keeps the robot balanced and stable on its feet. All 3 layers run as one connected neural network, from pixels straight to torque. The numbers behind Helix O2 are wild. The bottom layer was trained on more than 1,000 hours of human motion data. That single neural network replaced 109,504 lines of handwritten C++ code. The robot now moves like a human because it learned from human movement. Not because someone coded the rules one line at a time. And every bit of this runs on board. No cloud, no remote operators, no latency. Each Figure 03 makes decisions in real time. The robots even networked together to coordinate the conveyor line. Bob would let Frank know when to step in. The whole system worked as one unit. This is where things get interesting for the rest of the industry. Because while Figure ran a 9-day public stress test, the most hyped robot of 2026 is still missing in action. Tesla Optimus Gen 3. Elon Musk promised Optimus Gen 3 would be revealed in the first quarter of 2026. The deadline came. The deadline passed. No reveal. On March 31st, Musk posted an update on X. He said Optimus 3 is walking around but needs some finishing touches before it's ready to be shown. That was almost 2 months ago. The robot still hasn't been unveiled publicly. The reveal is now pushed to later in 2026. Tesla has bet the entire company on Optimus. Model S and Model X production is shutting down. Those factory lines are being converted at Fremont to build robots instead of cars. The goal is 1 million Optimus units per year, and eventually 10 million units a year out of Giga Texas. Musk has called Optimus the biggest product Tesla will ever make. But here's the gap nobody can ignore. Tesla is still saying Optimus is walking around. Figure just ran 9 days of autonomous warehouse work on a public live stream. While Tesla polishes the prototype, Figure 03 made its White House debut. Figure 03 ran on the BMW assembly line. Figure 03 sorted 249,560 packages on camera. The race isn't even close right now, and it gets worse for Tesla, because Brett Adcock just confirmed Figure isn't slowing down. He posted that Figure 04 is already in pre-production. The parts are being delivered. The design is locked. Adcock called it the biggest leap in the company's history, bigger than the jump from Figure 02 to Figure 03. The next robot is engineered from the ground up for mass deployment. This is what makes the live stream so important. Figure didn't just prove the robot works. The company proved the robot works for 9 days straight, with no operator, no cloud, no safety net. And while every competitor in humanoid robotics scrambles to catch up, Figure is already 2 generations ahead in planning. Figure 03 is in the field, Figure 04 is being built, and Helix 02 keeps getting better with every hour of operation. The humanoid robot race used to be about who could build the coolest demo. That era just ended. Now the race is about who can keep the robot running, who can prove real autonomy, who can run a live shift on camera and not get caught faking it. Figure just did it for 200 hours. The bar moved, and the next move belongs to everyone trying to catch up. Something just happened in robotics that makes it harder than ever to tell a real human face from an artificial one. A headform just introduced Origin F1, and the face does not just move. It blinks, reacts, holds eye contact, and even shifts attention with subtle eye movements that feel completely natural. At the same time, a headform also introduced Origin M1, the male counterpart built to solve one of the strangest problems in robotic speech. Then comes the eye design with cameras hidden inside the pupils, near-silent brushless motors that remove mechanical noise, and a unified Omni AI model that controls every expression, reaction, and response in real time, all built on the earlier ELF series that quietly led to this moment. A single video from a headform quickly started spreading because of how real Origin F1 looked during a close interaction. In the clip, a professional makeup artist worked on the face for nearly 10 minutes, applying foundation, blush, and lipstick. What makes this moment important is how Origin F1 responds during that interaction. The face adjusts in real time, with the skin reacting to contact, small muscle-like movements appearing across the cheeks, and the eyes closing at the right moment as the brush moves across the eyelids. This is not a fixed animation or a repeated sequence. Origin F1 is driven by a network of up to 42 micromotors placed beneath the surface, working together to control tiny sections of the face and produce continuous, lifelike expressions that match real human behavior. What makes Origin F1 more advanced is how its design and sensing are built directly into the face. Instead of using fixed layered materials, the robot uses a modular magnetic skin that allows sections to be removed and replaced without affecting the rest of the structure. This solves a key durability issue in realistic robotics. At the same time, the eyes act as active sensing units rather than passive features. Cameras placed inside the pupils give Origin F1 a natural viewpoint for perception and interaction, while integrated microphones and speakers allow smooth, real-time communication without any external hardware. This design becomes more convincing when combined with how Origin F1 behaves during interaction. The robot maintains steady eye contact, shifts its gaze based on movement, and blinks at natural, non-repetitive intervals. Subtle changes across the face, from small cheek movements to slight eyebrow shifts, create responses that match the flow of a conversation. These are not isolated actions, but part of a continuous process driven by Omni AI. As a result, the interaction feels stable and consistent, whether the robot is listening, reacting, or observing, making it suitable for research, public displays, and advanced AI communication. What if someone replaced a real person with Origin F1 in a conversation? Would you actually notice? Tell me in the comments. Before Origin F1 reached the spotlight, a headform introduced Origin M1 as a parallel development focused on solving a different limitation in realistic robotics. While earlier prototypes already showed controlled facial movement, this version pushes precision further by using up to 25 micromotors, where each actuator handles more coordinated and complex motion across the face. The most important upgrade is the mouth, where Origin M1 introduces a 10-degree of freedom lip mechanism designed to replicate how human lips naturally form shapes during speech. This becomes clear when compared to other realistic robots, which often struggle with rounded sounds like "you" or "wow," where the lips flatten or lose shape. Origin M1 addresses this with a pulling actuator layout that mimics the orbicularis oris, the circular muscle responsible for movements like puckering and tightening. This allows more accurate speech expressions, while the eyebrow assembly adds subtle shifts that reflect reactions like confusion or focus. Behind this development is Yu Hong, who founded a headform after completing his PhD at Columbia. The design direction becomes noticeable when observing Origin M1, where the facial structure shows a resemblance to its creator. The head is built as a modular unit, allowing it to be integrated onto different robotic platforms, depending on the use case. This flexibility supports applications in research, human-robot interaction, and controlled public demonstrations, marking a shift toward building faces that are not just visually realistic, but behaviorally consistent. This leads into one of the most critical components behind that realism: the eyes. In both Origin F1 and Origin M1, the eyes function as active perception units rather than passive features. A headform places full RGB cameras directly inside the pupils, aligning visual input with natural human vision. This allows both robots to process their surroundings from a human-like perspective. Around the eyes, dedicated micromotors control eyelids and surrounding regions, enabling precise movements that support natural blinking, gaze shifts, and real-time expression changes. This is where realism becomes harder to detect, because the behavior of the eyes follows patterns that closely match human biology. Origin F1 does not rely on fixed timing or repeated loops for blinking. Instead, the blink rate changes based on attention and interaction, creating irregular but believable rhythms. The eyes stay active, shifting focus across the environment, tracking motion and adjusting depth as objects move closer. These movements are not perfectly symmetrical. One eye may blink slightly before the other, and small variations appear in timing and motion, just like real human behavior. This level of imperfection is important because the brain quickly detects unnatural patterns. Another key detail is how movement begins, where the eyes lead and the head follows, maintaining natural interaction. One of the biggest limitations in realistic robotics appears the moment a robot begins to speak, because unwanted mechanical noise breaks the illusion. Earlier designs relied on brushed motors, where physical contact inside the motor creates friction, leading to audible vibration and unstable movement when multiple actuators operate together. A headform addresses this by using brushless DC motors, where electronic control replaces physical contact, allowing smooth and near-silent movement across the face. Magnetic fields drive the motion, while embedded sensors manage timing and precision, giving Origin F1 and Origin M1 stable, low-vibration control over each facial movement. This level of control becomes critical during interaction, where even small noise or inconsistency can make a face feel artificial. These brushless motors also operate with high efficiency, meaning very little energy is lost as heat, which helps maintain a stable surface temperature. This prevents distortion in synthetic skin and preserves realism over extended use, while also improving durability. What if a robot could read your expressions and respond instantly? Would that feel real or uncomfortable? Tell me in the comments. Realism in Origin F1 and Origin M1 does not come from hardware alone, because the behavior of the face is controlled by the AI model running behind it. In most designs, vision, audio, and language are handled separately, which creates delays and breaks natural interaction. A headform avoids this by using the Omni AI model, where all three inputs are processed together in a single flow. This allows the robot to see, listen, and respond at the same time, keeping facial expressions aligned with conversation in real time. The model is trained on large datasets of human facial behavior, allowing it to map real human reactions directly onto the micromotor movements. Instead of replaying fixed expressions, Origin F1 and Origin M1 generate responses dynamically, adjusting every small facial detail based on tone, context, and interaction. Before Origin F1 and Origin M1, a headform had already built a strong foundation in realistic facial robotics through its ELF series, where the focus was not on movement, but on expression. That direction became visible with Elf Xuan, a robot designed with a fairy-like appearance, smooth synthetic skin, and a delicate human-inspired face, powered by around 30 artificial facial muscles. This robot was recently seen at the Ajabot Night Robotics Gala in Shanghai, an event featuring more than 200 robots performing tasks like dancing, martial arts, and even magic. But Xuan stood out for a completely different reason. During the event, the robot performed a Chinese love song, while its face responded in real time, closing its eyes in sync with the melody, tilting its head slightly, and showing subtle emotional shifts across the face. Unlike mobile robots, Xuan remains physically static, but its expression system, driven by brushless micromotors and AI, creates a strong sense of presence, showing how a headform moved from mechanical motion toward emotional realism. What if robots become better at reading emotions than humans? Would that change how we communicate? Tell me in the comments. What you are seeing here is not just another step in robotics, it is a shift in how machines interact, respond, and feel in real-world situations. And this is only one part of what is happening right now. If you want to see where this goes next, there is another system that pushes this even further. And if not, this alone already shows how close things are getting.